Hi guys, what's up? So I have a little story time, and this video is be careful who you let in your home. Okay? Okay? So I had another house, and I was using it as a rental, and my tenants were like, hey, the air conditioner is not working. The air conditioning is not working, and they had just moved out, and so I went in to fix everything up and make sure all is well for the next tenants. And so a while back, one of my coworkers told me about this family-owned business, and they were really affordable, and I was like, okay, perfect. So he gave me the information, and they actually came to the house that I was living in and helped do something outside with the AC. I think they had to put like a little thing in there. I don't know, something. So they helped me. So when this situation happened, I was like, oh yeah, I can call this, this business. And I like them because they were like a family-owned company, and I'm, really trying to support small business. So I was like, yes. So my house, basically, it was empty because the tenants just moved out. It was completely empty. Nothing was in there. And so the family business, they came. It was a dad, the daughter, and then her son. So it was like 3 generations, right? So the dad, he was kind of an older gentleman. The mom was probably 40s maybe. And then the son was probably like 21 or something like that. So, the son and the dad is going up on the attic to see what was going on with the AC. And the daughter, she is basically standing outside. So basically what had happened was, I'm inside the house and I'm standing indoors, and she's standing like right at the door, right? So she's not inside my home. So the door is open, she's right here, like right outside, and I'm like right inside, and we're talking. And so she's really, sweet. She's like, her voice is like, yeah, and so what we did was we did this. Like, it was very like petite and like soft, super soft spoken, just soft spoken, right? So the dad and the son, they're upstairs, and I'm like, girl, do you want to come in? Because I know it's not crazy cool in here because the AC was kind of not working, so it wasn't like burning up, but it was like a little cool. And mind you, I live in Arizona, so it wasn't like too crazy hot, but it was like a little, cool in there, right? Okay, so I have no furniture, so I can't offer her to like, hey, come in, come sit down, because it's nothing in there. But I can just say, hey, come in, I'm gonna sit on the floor while your dad and son's upstairs, like at least you'll be in the cool. And she's like, no, that's okay. And that was weird to me, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like thinking like, girl, it is hot outside. Like, it's not crazy cool in here, but it's way cooler than outside, because Phoenix, we get like 120 degrees, 115, like it's hot, So she was like, no, it's okay. And I was like thinking like, okay. So me, I'm very like, hey, so how are you? Like, I'm trying to get conversation, just like I'm trying to just, I don't know, when I have someone in my presence, I like to make them feel welcome. Like, I was like, hey, can I offer you a bottle of water? Do you want anything? Like, I don't have much because, the fridge is empty, but I have some water. Do you want a bottle of water? Do you want anything? And I was like, she was like, no, I don't want anything. No, we have our water in the truck, And I was like, okay. And so I'm trying to just, make conversation. Like, hey, so how are you? Like, how you been? Like, what's up? And so she proceeds to tell me, yeah, we just got back from Vegas. I was like, okay, that sounds so fun. Like, how was Vegas? Like, did you win any money? And she's like, no, I don't really gamble. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. Because me, I'm not like a crazy gambler. I'll like spend, maybe my max is like 100. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm done. So I was like, okay, did you see any shows? I was like, what's like, because I'm like trying to like, get some conversation out of her. So I'm like, did you see any shows? Like what it do? And she was like, no, but we did go to this museum. I was like, oh, I didn't really realize Vegas well, I guess they would have a museum, like, you know, but okay, so how was the museum? Like, what kind of museum was it? Like, how was it? And she was like, well, it was a haunted museum. And I was like, oh my God, you went to a haunted museum? Like, girl, are you crazy? Because I'm telling her this, like, whoa. Because, mind you, me, I'm a scaredy cat. I don't like to watch scary movies. I don't like to watch scary shows. I feel like that kind of stuff can get into your psyche, your mind. Call me weird. I know I am weird, but I don't like to watch scary things. Like, I only like to, not only, but I prefer to watch action or love stories or happy stuff. So she's like, yeah, we went to this scary museum. And I was like, whoa, I did not realize Vegas had like a scary museum. And she was explaining it to me, and she's like, yeah, this museum is basically artifacts from all over the world, things that are haunted, things that have curses, things that just like are just anything to do with like horror, scary, like that's where like the Annabelle doll would be, like that kind of thing. Okay, so I was like, as she's telling me this, my eyes are like, what? Like, so I'm trying to be polite, but still I'm like, girl, what? Because me, I'm a scaredy cat, so I would never just go willingly to a effing scary museum full of demonic items that are cursed and haunted, and like that does not tickle my fancy, okay? And so she's telling me about this museum, and I don't know, I've never been. I don't know. So what she's basically telling me is there are different things, and you can go and you can like see all these different artifacts that are possessed and blah blah blah, right? And she said one particular thing, she touched it. She touched it. And she said ever since she touched it, she had this bad energy over her, right? And she's like, yeah, ever since I touched it, mind you, like she's telling me this, the most craziest, scariest thing in the most like nicest voice. Like, so just imagine, like she has this petite, like, yeah, but she's saying like, yeah, we went to this scary ass museum. This scary museum full of demonic things. Like it was just, because she's saying scary stuff in this polite, cute voice. You know, so in my mind, I was just like, what would possess a person to go to a museum like this? Like, why do they even have this? That should be burnt. Like, So okay, so she goes and she tells me how she touches this artifact that's supposedly a demonic something. Okay, and ever since she touched it, she felt weird energy. She felt like something was like following her. And so in my mind, I was like, yeah, keep your ass outside my house. Because mind you, she's telling me this, my door is open, she's outside my house, and I'm inside my house. So she goes on to say how she had this most craziest experience ever since she's been to this museum. Like, she just felt like spirits are following her, and like she's low-key kind of saying that she talks to spirits. Like, outside of the museum part of it, she kind of was kind of saying like she talks to spirits. And so in my head, I was like, what the heck is going on? Because the conversation, it was supposed to be like, hey, how's it going? And then it got serious and scary fast. And I was like, okay. So basically, the rest of the story, she is telling me she feels like she's being followed. She feels like she is, she has something like a bad like aura around her that she can't fix. And in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, do not come in here. Do not come in my house. And I was so ready for just them all to leave. I was like, I'm gonna just find another company, like in my mind. So just so happened, as she's wrapping up the story, the dad, the granddad, and the son, her son, and her dad were coming down, and they said they fixed whatever in the attic. And so basically they ended up leaving They ended up leaving. She never came inside. And so when she left, I was like, yeah, I am not ever calling them again. Okay? And so when she left, I went in the house and I'm just like, okay, I was checking the rooms to make sure like all is well. I can feel the air, from the vent or whatever. So I'm checking the different rooms in my house, and then I get to the living room and I'm just like, what the heck was that? Like, that was the most craziest, weirdest interaction ever. And so I look up at the door, and when I lived there, I had put an angel above my door. And the tenants never took it down. And I didn't take it down. I forgot it was there. It was an angel right above my door. It was an angel right above my door. And I was thinking like, oh my God, maybe that was God like protecting me. Isn't that crazy? Like, the whole time I had an angel above my door, and I was like, dang, maybe she didn't want to come inside because I was protected. Right? So that angel was there on the door to this day. I still have the house, and she never came inside. I never called them again. And I just thought about it. It's Halloween, and people have different things outside of their house, decorating and stuff. And it made me think of that story that happened to me. It's been a couple years, but yeah, I was looking like, oh my God, my angel is still there. And I was thinking like, dang, maybe that's why she didn't come inside the house. Because, I feel like negative energy do not like positive energy. And to this day, I don't know why she didn't come inside. Like, it's burning up in Arizona. Like, you would rather come inside a home that's a little cool versus staying outside in 120-degree weather. But she did not want to. And it just tripped me out because this lady is talking about the most demonic, scariest things in this cute little voice. And now when I think back on it, I'm like, that was a front. She don't talk like that. She does not talk like that. I don't know. I'm just talking mess. But yes. So I say all that to say, be careful who you let in your home. That's why they say you should never have a mat that says welcome, a welcome mat. Like, you can have a mat, but never have it say welcome, because you do not want to welcome any kind of negative energy, any kind of crazy demonic energy. Okay? Yes, I am that girl. I am tin hat. I'm spiritual. I believe in that. I believe that sometimes everyone does not have good intentions for you, and you have to be really, really careful, especially like your home is like your sanctuary, and you cannot let everybody in your home. And when I think about that situation, I was like, yeah, bless your house, say your prayers, have protection, you know what I mean? Because I do think it works. I think that when you have good spiritual energy, negative energy do not come in. And, as I'm thinking about it more, as I'm actually telling the story, okay, you guys remember the movie Sinners? You have to have an invitation to come in. I gave her a lot of invitations. I was like, come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave her invitations and she still didn't come in. And I mean, I don't know what it was, but just be careful who you let in your home. Have positive energy. And yeah. And y'all stop going to crazy museums like that. Those, I do believe that spirits can follow you. And whatever she had, I do not want. So, say all that to say, be careful who you let in your home. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have a positive, amazing day. A positive day. No craziness. Now that I said that D word a few times, I'm kind of like, ugh. I don't even like to say any kind of negative like word like that. And I said that a couple times. So we're gonna cleanse Positive energy, baby. Positive energy. Be careful who you let in your home and in your life. And have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.